Just before we get started, I do want to say that this video is brought to you by the Great Courses Plus, an on-demand video learning service. It's got lectures from top Ivy League professors, as well as experts from other places like the Smithsonian, National Geographic, places like that. It's a university education at your own pace with no tests, schedules, and it's incredibly easy to access on your PC, your phone, your tablet, whatever. You can get a free trial by going to thegreatcoursesplus.com/brainfood. Link in the description below. More about them a little later. Let's get into it. Pitched as the ultimate sport, chess boxing is, depending on who you ask, either a seamless blend of the cerebral and the physical, or a joke that kind of got out of hand. Formerly invented in the early 2000s, chess boxing is the brainchild of a Dutch artist called Iepe Rubingh, who has since recognized the appeal of chess boxing as a spectator sport and worked towards legitimizing it as an athletic pursuit. First, though, for anyone unfamiliar with the sport, chess boxing is described simply by one of the governing bodies of the sport as 11 alternating 3-minute rounds of chess and boxing. As per the rules, a traditional chess boxing bout begins with a round of chess, specifically speed chess, where turn times are limited, which is then immediately followed by a 3-minute round of boxing. Chess boxers are only given limited time to compose themselves between rounds, during which time the chessboard is moved either from or into the center of the ring. Victory in chess boxing can be achieved via either a checkmate, one's opponent exceeding the time limit on their chess clock, or knockout, and if a bout happens to go the full 11 rounds, it will be scored like a traditional boxing match. That said, points can be deducted from a player for doing things like stalling for time during the chess rounds, which could cost them the win if the fight does go to a judge's decision. In addition, victory can be achieved by stoppage, technical knockout, or the disqualification of an opponent. As you might expect, chess boxers must wear boxing gloves during the boxing portions of a chess boxing bout, one or both of which can be removed for comfort's sake during chess rounds to make moving pieces easier. Further, to maintain the purity of the one-on-one nature of chess boxing bouts during chess rounds, chess boxers are required to wear headphones to prevent people, including audience members, from giving them advice. No doubt, with screaming fans and overly enthusiastic commentators not far away, tuning all of that out via the headphones also probably helps them focus. Of course, for safety's sake, the headphones are removed for the boxing portions of a chess boxing bout, meaning a chess boxer could theoretically get advice on what move to make next while boxing. Then again, someone able to pass technical chess jargon over the roar of a crowd while simultaneously being punched in the face is probably someone who possesses a mind keen enough to succeed at chess without advice, so we guess that's fine. Speaking of mental toughness, this, in fact, is touted by many a chess boxer as one of the most difficult aspects of the sport. This is having to switch between amping your body up for a physical fight and then, as quickly as possible, calming down to direct a cool, collected mind at the fight taking place on the board. Or as it states on the official Chess Boxing Global website, chess boxing is a rare blend of contrasting skills. The athlete combines a powerful body with a sharp mind and rises above mindless muscle. In the ring, the fighter is fueled by testosterone, adrenaline, and skill. 3 minutes later, he changes battlegrounds. The contender only has seconds to restrain his fighting instinct and move into the silent logic of his mind. Chess boxers need smartness for solving problems. They must anticipate their opponent's moves in the ring as well as on the board. It is the only sport in which the heart, mind, and body performs in total harmony. This is the ultimate battle. Alright, so with that out of the way, you might now be wondering, where in the hell did such a bizarre idea come from? Well, the answer to that is, rather fittingly, a comic book. You see, according to Rubingh, chess boxing's genesis can be directly traced to a French comic released in 1992 called Freud Equateur, literally Cold Equator, which is set in the post-apocalyptic future hellscape of 2034. In the comic, chess boxing features heavyweight boxers beating the living crap out of each other on a giant chessboard. In an interview with The Guardian, Rubingh notes that he was intrigued by the idea of chess boxing after stumbling across this comic in his father's comic collection as a teenager, and he was keen to make some version of this into an actual sport. A performance artist and comedian at heart, Rubingh is known in the art world for his numerous, often humorous performance art pieces. In fact, one such instance actually saw him acquire the moniker The Joker, which he's still known by to this day. This was a result of the time he blocked off an intersection in downtown Tokyo with police tape. Naturally, the stunt earned him a 10-day jail sentence, which is what he was originally going for. The joke in all of this was that he spent the duration of his time in jail dressed in a traditional jester's outfit, hence the subsequent nickname. Chess boxing has similar origins and was likewise intended to begin life as a performance art piece, with the artist hoping the absurdity of the whole thing would do what all art intends to do and make people think. To quote Rubingh himself, "We tend to divide everything into different worlds, but in my opinion, worlds are much more connected than people see them at first. Chess boxing breaks through this habit. So many people say to me, chess and boxing, they just don't fit together, and some chess players hate the idea. But they forget that former world boxing champion Lennox Lewis and current champion Vitaly Klitschko both play chess. Boxing is about the control of aggression, and chess boxing is 200% about the control of aggression." All this said, to Rubingh's surprise, chess boxing turned out to be a hit, with the first official chess boxing bout in a Berlin art gallery pitting Rubingh against a friend called Jean-Louis Venstre. This proved to be a bizarre enough concept that it actually packed the gallery to capacity. Spurred by the unexpected success of the joke, Rubingh decided to try and turn his creation into a legitimate sport, holding the first official chess boxing world championships later that same year in Amsterdam, drawing a crowd of over 1,000 people. Officially endorsed by both the Dutch Chess Federation and the Dutch Boxing Association, Rubingh once again put on the gloves and fought Venstre for the championship. Styling himself as Iepe the Joker for the bout, Venstre, or Louis the Lawyer as he's known in the ring, fought a vicious battle on both the canvas and the chessboard, with Rubingh eventually emerging victorious. Meaning that Rubingh is not only the inventor of chess boxing, but he's also its first champion. Of his victory in the match, Rubingh notes, "I had a pretty terrible position on the board, so in the last round I tried to knock him out. He only just managed to stay on his feet. The bell went and he put his hands up in the air, but he couldn't find his corner. He was really dizzy, but we still had to play the final round of chess. There was a clear win for him, but he just couldn't figure out the right moves." Rubingh has since abandoned art almost entirely to focus on promoting chess boxing as a legitimate sporting pursuit, founding the World Chess Boxing Organization. As a nod to the sport's origins, Rubingh made sure to found this organization in Berlin and saw to it that the first honorary chairman of the WCBO was Freud Equator creator Enki Bilal. Thanks to these efforts, chess boxing is now a legitimate sporting endeavor that, while having admittedly niche appeal at present, has a thriving and rapidly growing pool of chess boxing talent that now tallies over 2,000 athletes across the world, with India seeing the largest group with over 600 people competing in the sport. Now, if you want to master the art of chess boxing, you should definitely check out the Great Courses Plus. Not really, they don't have anything on chess boxing, but given the range of material that they do have on the Great Courses Plus, you could be forgiven for thinking that they do. If you really enjoy TodayIFoundOut, I think it's pretty impossible that you're not going to dig the Great Courses Plus. I've really enjoyed their historical content, particularly they've got some great stuff on there, ancient and modern. It's all top-notch stuff taught by some of the best educators in the world, but there is serious range. I tried to find cool examples of that range. There's a course on strength training, like lifting weights and such, and also wine tasting, and I know which one of those I'm going to be doing. Basically, it's like a university education, but at your own pace. There's no tests, no schedules, and it's incredibly easy to access. Like I said at the beginning, you can do it on your phone, tablet, PC, wherever. They've also got audio streaming so you can listen and learn on the move, and there are literally thousands and thousands of lectures that you can choose from. So yes, it's great stuff, and you can try it all for free by going to thegreatcoursesplus.com/brainfood or clicking the link in the description below. Thanks very much to The Great Courses Plus for sponsoring, and thanks to you for watching.